Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome back to another Employability Live. I'm Wendy from Grad Apprentice, and I have Sam from Turnheads with me today. And we are here to discuss a really important subject, especially during this time, about what exactly do you need to do right now to improve your employability. So there are many ways. I think there's so much information out there of what you need to do, how you need to approach employers, what you need to do to your CV, what you need to have on your portfolio. But we just want to come up with some insights of something really practical, something that you can do right now to start you off on your journey to ensure that you are as employable as you can be. So, Sam, I'm going to ask you first to just go through your little sort of snippets of ideas of what someone can practically do, the practical steps that they can take to make themselves more employable than they are currently.
Sure, yeah. So I had a quick think, and I've got my post-it notes on the go again today. So my first thought was to review your collateral. So I know that a lot of students are going to be starting to think about putting a portfolio together properly around sort of March time, ready for when they graduate in kind of June, July. So now, like early, it's a great time to kind of just take stock of exactly what you have, all the projects that you currently, you've been working on through your studies. And then just kind of like, look at what you already have, and then maybe how you could improve on it through the skills that you've built up over the years. Or perhaps now you're looking at it with a fresh pair of eyes. Maybe it's more kind of a spatial thing, like a layout thing, and just see if there's anything you can do to improve it a little bit more. The second one is to collate your projects together to then start building your portfolio. And you want about 6 to 8 really strong ideas-led projects. So you want to show a really great idea each time in your project that you're going to put into your portfolio. And also another point is to always show your ideas in context wherever you can. So if it ended up being an animation, show it as an animation. You can obviously show your process and stills and steps that you went through, but in the end, always show it in context. Because it just brings it to life, really. And in order to do this, you can always team up with peers, maybe on other courses. If you don't have the skills to do that, you can always collaborate, maybe reach out to other people to help you achieve that, because that also shows really good soft skills as well. The fact that you can kind of collaborate with other people in other sectors is great, and it's something that you do in industry as well a lot. And then the third one is to identify and show what you love. So if you don't have 6 to 8, create. So if you don't have 6 to 8 projects, go out there and do something that you really enjoy doing. So you might not necessarily have a particular company in mind that you want to end up working for, or even a particular sector. You might like a few, and that's absolutely fine. I think the most important thing is that you do projects that you really love doing, especially at this point, because all that's going to do is bring out that passion that you have, and bring out your personality into your work. And that is really what employers and potential clients are going to be looking for. So yeah, it's all about showing your process and how you think, and that comes out with doing the designs and the creative projects that you love doing.
Yeah. And, just totally agree with the whole, showcasing exactly what you're good at. With Grad Apprentice, we're all about projects, doing projects. I can't stress how much of an importance it is to do as much work as you can outside of whatever you're currently doing. That really shows an actual commitment and a passion to the cause of what it is that you want to go into. Yeah. So if you're studying, for example, take the time out to investigate who can I help out there with my skill, and how can I get it known or get it put out there that this is what I'm doing. So a really good way of doing this is, go out there and seek out people who want to have maybe their website redesigned. Use that skill. Charities are always looking for someone to help. Volunteer your skills, and just say to them, look, I can do something for you. I can refresh your website. I can build you something new, and use the platform, social media, and actually highlight what it looked like before, and then do an before and after, and showcase that, and people will begin to recognize what you are all about, what you're good at, and it really shows that you're being proactive in your search to be able to actually put your case out there, but at the same time you are doing as much work as possible outside of whatever it is you're doing. I know myself and Sam, we're always talking about graduates and students, but we also know that there are people out there who've just recently graduated. Maybe you're in your second year within your career, and you're finding out that actually I want to do something else. I want to embark on more projects. I might want to change my career in something. Try and get some work experience, and that may require you to volunteer. Volunteering your time, is so valuable. The networks you're also going to build just from that will begin to increase traction and people knowing that you are interested in that particular field. And I think that's something that we really need to embrace. And, talking to even the employers out there, take a chance on these people who are actually trying to get their foot in the door, because at the same time as you're helping them, you could be meeting your future employer who could be, your future employee who could actually make a big difference in your company. So it's a two-way thing. And I don't know if you agree with me, Sam, but both employees or employee to be and employers really need to meet in the middle and find a way of working things out, because to increase anyone's employability, we really need to have a place where people can work and do some work experience, but at the same time be allowed to be made, to be given those opportunities. So I think it's really key that, at whatever possible chance you can get, volunteer your skills and then showcase them, and someone will notice what you're doing, and you will be more employable than someone who hasn't done anything at all.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. And it's that whole thing I think we spoke about in another one of our lives, but work experience isn't the be all and end all, because sometimes it is very difficult to come by. But by going out and setting those briefs yourself, going out and finding a brand that you think looks a little bit tired and redesigning it, and then sending your design to the client or sending it to the agency who looks after that client to show them what you would do to that. That it's just, it shows your thinking, it shows your drive, and it makes your portfolio much more interesting, and it makes you more interesting as a person, because you're driven, you're showing that actively. And so if you don't get work experience, that's another great way to show that you have those skills, and they should want to have you working at their company.
That's definitely thinking outside of the box, for sure. If you can make a brief for a company, or you make up the brief and then you do something to improve or to redesign, and then you show it off to them and say, look what I've done, and they like it, that is totally a huge plus. And, that will definitely get a lot of notice. So yeah, totally agree, Sam. Thinking outside of the box that way will truly, truly work for employability.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so we've come to the end of our live, and I hope these points have kind of helped you, giving you a little bit of structure, a little bit of an idea of where or how you're going to do it. But please join us again on another Employability Live, and we hope to see you again with more information and more nuggets of knowledge. Have a lovely day. See you later. Bye.